Hey, welcome to another video. I'm just going to give you an update of what's going on and what I'm doing. So right now I'm back in Georgia where I finished building my truck in the box truck tour video. It's my friend here has been very nice to let me stay, but in return I've done some yard work and things like that. I've cut down some pine trees got rid of those. I've mowed grass a couple times. It's 4 acres of grass. There's 43 acres here, so it's a lot. But I've just removed things and trimmed things and just done a lot, installed a fence and things like that. So it's been a lot of fun. It's keeping me active. The one thing I wanted to let everybody know is when I first bought my truck, it ran really bad. So I had a guy look at it and he charged me $2,800, but he went through and he did everything. Brakes, tune-up, all that. And the tune-up with this truck, it's a E350. The tune-up is spark plugs and cylinder coils. So each one of those are anywhere from $60 to $70 a piece. And when I was returning back to Florida from Alabama, it was just running horrible. And so I called him and we got together and we had to replace 2 of them. And I only had like 2,000 miles on them from the time he changed them all. So it's been about 3,000 more miles, and now I have 3 of them that are bad. So he's in Florida. They're going through a hurricane right now, which I pray for him. It looks like it's a pretty good one. And I'll probably get some of the remnants where I'm at in Georgia. But anyway, so check engine light came on, ran really bad coming back from Texas. And so I got to replace those. The bad thing is that they're way inside, and they're for me, I'm not a mechanic, they're really hard to get to. So we'll see how long that takes. But anyway, so some of the things I'm doing until I got to wait until the storm passes. So I don't know if there's going to be a tropical storm here or what it is, but it keeps moving, so we'll see how that goes. But just wanted to give you a heads up. And so I'm going to change the cylinder coils and the spark plugs, and I'll show you how I did that. I'm sure it's going to take me a long time and I'm not going to do the whole video, so I'll just show you what I'm up against. So as I promised, I was going to give this box truck a tune-up. I just had it tuned up. I don't know, you can watch my videos and it says, but it was just last year. And it ran really well when I had it tuned up, but this is the second time this has happened. So this is a total of 5 bad coils, ignition coils and spark plugs. So what I'm going to do is I'm changing them all, because there was a couple of things that happened when the same guy did it the second time that made me kind of think maybe the coils didn't get changed or something didn't get changed. So because they shouldn't go bad that quick. I've only put like 5,000 miles on it. So nowadays tune-ups, you don't do it that often. I hope not, because this is going to be a pain. But anyway, so what I did was I ordered all the coils I'm going to do them all. That way, if it starts to go bad, I'll know that it's the cylinders and not not for a lack of being changed. And then I got all new plugs. And so what I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to show you how to take one out and how to change it, because I'm not going to do all 8. I've watched a lot of videos, and mechanics are taking 8 hours to do it. So I might be on here for a few days. But so I'll just do the first one and the easy one to get to, and just show you it's different, a different video, but it's part of the life. You know, if you're I could drive it somewhere and they're going to charge me anywhere from $500 to $1,000 to change them all, and actually probably $700 to $1,000. So I've spent, you know, less than $200, and I can do it myself, hopefully. And so hopefully it'll help somebody, and if not, you know, I just hope you enjoy the video. So I'll get started on it and show you what all has to be done. Okay, to start with, a lot of the videos I've watched, they've said that there's only a few tools that you need. And of course, this one here is a 7mm, and that's a 1/4 inch drive. I need to get a 1/4 inch extension, and that's in the back. So that's so I can get the screws or the bolts that go right in here. And really all they do, once this goes into your cylinder, you finger tighten it, and then you go like a 1/4 of a turn. And I'll show you in the video, but I had one the last time the guy worked on it, and it was stripped. The top of it was stripped, so he had to get a tool to kind of easy out the bolt, and that tells me that it was tightened way too tight. So it's only a placeholder. So that's all you need. But then you'll need a 3/8 drive with like a 6-inch extension, and then your spark plug socket, and that has a rubber inside so that you don't destroy the ceramic on the spark plug. And this, once you get in for the to get the 1/4 inch out, I'll have to change this one out because it's a 3/8. But you'll see there's a and I'll show you as soon as we get in. Right in here there's a fuel bar, and all of these coils sit right underneath it. So it's a kind of a trick. But anyway, then what you need is, of course, the coil for each cylinder and a spark plug for each cylinder. Okay, so the first thing you have to do is you have to have access to it. And what I found is it's about 50-50. So 4 of the plugs you can get to through here, and the other 4 you have to go in through the hood. So of course, yep, that one's loose. You just pop these off. And you go to the other side. Okay, so let's see if I can get in there now. Okay, well, try as I may, I can't get me get in there too. This is really a pain in the butt. So let me go ahead and try to do this, and then I'll get back with you. Okay, I got the bolt out. Actually went fairly well. I still really can't get my camera in there, but I wanted to show you this. This is being a pain trying to video it. Anyway, it's the coil's right here, and what you have to do is you have to I had to get two hands on it to figure that out. I did. I was able to get my fingers in the back and then my other fingers in the front, and you have to wiggle it like this to kind of break it loose, and then when you pull it'll pop. And mine already popped, but unfortunately it's coming apart, so that's not good. So there's part of it, but there's of course this boot that needs to come out. And no, I'm not gonna. Okay, so if you, oh, there we go. All right, there's the rest of it. That's not supposed to happen when they come out. So see how the spring is sprung, and yeah, that's not good. So that was, I believe, one that was changed too. So I've got a whole bunch more inside there to do. So that's the first one. Let me see if I can get it put back together, and I'll show you that. Okay, well, let me rephrase that. First thing I got to do is get down in that hole and get that spark plug out. So we'll see how that goes. Wish me luck. Okay, so I got my spark plug socket down in there, and first it turned real freely, and so I kind of thought maybe it wasn't on there, and it wasn't. Let's see here if I can pull it out. There we go. All right, and there's the spark plug. Okay, so the other spark plug just went right in, and I'm finger tightening it right now. Probably one of the harder videos I've done, but hey. Okay, I know the camera's crooked, but this is the only way I'm going to be able to show you guys how this goes. I don't even know if anybody's still watching. So anyway, so it goes, your coil goes down on top there of your spark plug, down in the hole, and you keep it lined up with the hole on the other side where your 7mm was, and then you push it down. And then if you pull on it, it won't come out, and then you know that you got it. Okay, I'm gonna put my 7mm bolt back in. Well, looks like it was a lot easier to take out than it was to put in. Okay, there's the hole on the coil. All right, well, I don't feel the hole. Shoot. Oh, there it is. I think I actually got it in. No, it's not in the hole. Okay. There we go. Get that bolt finger tight. Give it about 1/4 of a turn with a ratchet. Well, I guess it wasn't tight. Once it gets tight. There we go. That's tight. All right, now it's the cleanest thing on this truck. So let's put this clip back in there. I don't know if you can see that. All right. Well, okay. Well, that only took an hour, and that was the first one. So I got 7 more to do, and they're all harder. So I just wanted to kind of give you an idea of, you know, as people say, you know, everybody's been telling me, oh, you're living your dream and all this, and well, there's some downfalls to it too. So things need to be fixed, and before I end it, I'll let you know how long it took, but I got to get back at it. And well, welcome back. I got the plugs and the coils changed, and what I noticed when I took 2 of the plugs out, or actually 2 of the coils, had a little bit of water on the ends of them, and then when I took the plugs out, I had a lot of water on them. So I don't know if the water is inside the cylinder or if it just accumulated on the outside and came out. So I called my brother-in-law, and he said leave the 2 out and start it and see what happens. And you'll see in the video, a bunch of water came out, sprayed out, and then it kept running, but nothing else came out. So first thought was that it had a blown head gasket, and so I did some research on it, and everything, all the symptoms that people give for the head gasket being blown, I don't have. I don't have bubbles in my oil. You know, there's no water in my oil. I'm not using coolant, because that would mean that the water's going into my cylinders. I don't have steam coming out of my exhaust. Just, you know, all kinds of things that could be that point to a head gasket being blown, and I don't have that. So what I thought I would do is I'd go ahead and finish and take it for a drive and see how it ran. You know, if it was it's like $3,000 to $4,000 for this vehicle here to have the head gasket changed. You can do it inside while the engine's still in, but most people recommend taking it out. I'm sure that's where the expense comes. So I don't have that to take on that kind of expense. Not at the moment, unless it's, you know, has to be, but I think I'd rather spend $3,000 to $5,000 on a different engine and put a better engine in it. But anyway, so what I did was I locked everything down, you know, went through my checklist and everything, and took off, and it seemed it idled. I mean, when I sat here with it idling, it idled perfect. It was just really amazing, and it sounded better than it ever has. So definitely putting them all in helped. I've this is the second time this has happened. So when I originally got the van, or the box truck, I took it to a guy, and he redid everything. And then that was in like September of last year. And then in February of this year, just a few months later, I had 2 of them go bad. So I took it back to him, and he changed the 2, and now I've had 3. So I know there's got to be something wrong or something, because they just don't go bad in, you know, a few months. So anyway, so it was idling very well, and I was like, yes, this is cool. I took it out. There's a little bit of a driveway here. I took it out and got out on the main road, and it like took off really good, got ready to shift into second, and it died. So I was able to coast to the next driveway and turn around, or coast around, and put it in neutral, and it started again. And so it idled perfect. So I don't know what the problem was. So I put it in gear and drove it back, and right before I got to the driveway, it was going into second gear and it died again. So I coasted all the way back here and was able to get it running. As long as it doesn't shift, it doesn't die. So I was able to, you know, drive it and park it. And right now that's where I'm at, and I really don't know what I'm going to do just yet. I don't have a plan for that yet. So I have a feeling I'm going to be here for a little while in Georgia. And of course, I sold my Jeep, so I don't have a vehicle to drive around in and go to the store. So it's going to be pretty boring. So the person that's letting me, this friend of mine that's letting me stay in her yard, she, of course, I told you at the beginning of the video or another video that I did a lot of yard work. I mowed the grass, trimmed the trees, cut out some trees, did a bunch of stuff, mulching and all that. And so she wanted a small deck off her back porch. And so I decided that that's what I would do to keep from going crazy, from not doing anything. So the next video is probably going to be me building that deck. So I hope you know, it doesn't scare you away or anything. It's just all part of the adventure. And man, I tell you what, it's been a rough patch. But you know, it's there's a reason. You know, there's a reason why I'm supposed to stay here. Well, I say I don't have any plans, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the front air cleaner and everything off, and double check everything, make sure I plugged everything back in. And I'm going to take one of the cylinder coils out and a plug out, preferably right here in front because it's super easy. The second one back is one of them that had water in it. So I'm going to take that out and see if it still has water in it. If it does, then it's obviously a head gasket, but for some reason it's not overheating or anything like that. And so then I'll just have to decide what I'm going to do to fix it. But this was a plumbing truck, I believe, and you got to realize that they ran pretty hard. You know? What I'd like to say about the truck is that I think if I do it again, and I really want to, I really want to build another one, is I would want to buy a newer one. 2003 seemed like an okay, you know, it had 146,000 miles on it. These trucks can run forever. Well, forever just came evidently, but you know, it'd be more reliable if it was a newer one. So I think if I do it again, which I hope I do, then I'll definitely get a newer one that has less miles on it. And so anyway, that's just my reflection on it. Since I've had plenty of time to sit here and reflect. We'll just see how it goes, and I hope you enjoyed this video. So until then, like, subscribe, and hit the bell, and I'll talk to you then.